One of my favorite things about myself is how my voice remains similar no matter the language that I'm speaking. It kind of conserves the same bass no matter in what lingo I'm dabbling in. And to actually give you an idea of what I'm talking about, I'm going to say I have the same voice in a lot of languages in 4 different languages, just so you can actually get an idea. I have the same voice in a lot of languages. Tengo la misma voz en muchísimas lenguas. Am aceeași voce în multe limbi. J'ai la même voix dans beaucoup de langues. I just spoke English, Spanish, Romanian, and French, and yeah, of course, the accent kind of changed, but the bass sound of it all, like, what? Listen to my voice. Of course, puedo decir algo. I can change to the Spanish accent, I can change to the Romanian accent, je peux parler. I can change slightly to the French accent, but the bass of that voice kind of stays the same. It is never not me. It is intrinsically myself. When I'm speaking, I'm showing you a part of myself. And that's just something that I love about myself, that I never hide my voice. And actually having this skill in rhetoric means a lot of things. It lets you access who you actually are. Because let's say that you're bilingual and don't only speak English, and if you're not bilingual, be bilingual, get bilingual, whatever you want to call it. Learn another language as soon as possible, as fast as possible, because you do not want to be someone that can be insulted by being called monolingual. That is under no circumstances something that you want people to be able to call you. So learn a language, and once you actually learn that language, you need to be able to switch accents to have a pretty perfect accent in every single language that you learn and speak, but still have that resonance in your voice, that same pitch, that same musicality that translates, that is not victim to the language that you are speaking, that kind of translates itself in every single language that you speak. And of course, the easiest way to do this, I think I have this because when I was little, my parents would speak 2 different languages to me. My mother spoke Romanian, my father spoke Spanish, so I just have this intrinsic ability to keep the same base of voice in multiple languages whilst also kind of changing the accent a little bit. You need to speak multiple languages a lot and as a habit, because if you don't, you'll just be speaking your mother tongue and not be making a lot of progress when it comes to actually speaking with the same bass, with the same resonance in other languages. Your brain can change accents, but I think that your vocal cords can't change the pitch with which they speak. They can't change the resonance, the musicality of it all. And there are some people, I say this because there are some people that do not change, they don't even change their accents when they speak a language or another language. They could be speaking a Slavic language and have the same accent when they're speaking a Romance language, and that's unacceptable. And there are also people that just kind of completely mutate their voices when they are speaking different languages, but that means that they are not actually themselves while speaking that language. And of course, now the big problem comes in. Should you actually try to be kind of the same in every single language that you speak, when new languages should be new personalities? You should be a different person when you speak Spanish and a different person when you speak French. Maybe. It's your choice. But I really appreciate it. I really love it that I still am myself, no matter the language that I'm speaking. Because feeling the need to hide your voice, your bass, I don't know what to call it, this bass voice that you have, this intonation, everything, hiding it whilst you are speaking is surely a sign of insecurity for the people who haven't realized it yet. Actually having the courage to be yourself in anything, and especially with your voice. I think that actually changing your voice to be yourself is the first thing that you should do, because the base of a good life is rhetoric. If you can speak and I don't know, build a website, you can probably do most things in that there are to do in life. You can get money, you can get girls or boys, whatever you're into. You can probably do anything if you just have a really good voice and know how to articulate your thoughts in a fashionable manner. But if you know what to do with your words, or you know a lot of languages, okay, but just do not keep the same base. You might get a bit of an identity crisis, because language is a big part of our identity. Me knowing Romanian is basically, knowing Romanian has become a synonym to Elias Pisot. Elias Pisot. I need to say that with a Spanish accent, because it's a Spanish name combination. Elijah, Elias, whatever. Speaking Spanish is also a part of my personality. Elias Pisot is not someone who doesn't speak Romanian, Spanish, or English. And Elias Pisot now isn't someone who isn't learning French in a mediocre fashion. So, of course, you need to adopt multiple accents when you're speaking different languages, but still keep that base, that little personality of yours wherever you go. And this also applies not only to languages, but also to certain environments. There are different modes of speech, like argotic, I think it's called, or like Verlan and stuff like that, or jargon, stuff like that. You should still keep the same style of yours, not only the intonation and musicality of your voice, but still use your linguistic habits. If you use a certain word a lot, like, I don't know, fantastic, use fantastic in every single language that you know, in every single situation that you are thrusted in, and use it even whilst speaking to yourself, or in your writing, in your journal, whatever. You need to maintain a linguistic identity. That's the moral of this video. Do not be shy. Yes, you need to change accents. Yes, you need to change the outer layers of your speech when you're changing languages, or when you're changing environments in which you need to speak, in which you need to articulate your thoughts in a fashionable manner. But always remember that you are you because of the way that you speak. And if you didn't speak like you speak, you are not yourself. You are not yourself until you actually learn to speak like yourself. And what does that mean? I don't know. It's up to you. But find a bass tonality, find a musicality in your own voice, maintain it, dress it in a nice accent, depending on the language, dialect, or accent that you want, and have fun, because discovering your linguistic musicality is like discovering a new part of yourself, and everybody wants that, I think. I'll see you later.